Homeopathy. We welcome all to the celebration of the 1,500-day celebration here of IFPH webinar. We have, all of you know that we have 3 sessions every day. The first session of the day is already over in Hindi, and the second session, international session from 8:30 to 9:30 and 9:30 to 10:30, we have a local language session in Malayalam. I invite Dr. Hibbert for the prayer song.
Thank you, Dr. Dhanesh. Almighty God, this is our 1450th day of our webinar. Oh, Creator of God, oh Lord, we are always surprising and wondering how man is created, how complex everything, each and every body of our, each and every cell you created with your great knowledge. But we wonder, the whole science still wonder how a cell is forming and how it is functioning. Till the modern science cannot distinguish or find out the theories between it. We are homeopaths. Father, we are all children of God. We homeopaths are dealing with the human body and restoring the health too. So we don't know we know a little bit, but every time we need your knowledge and wisdom to treat our patients. We are passing, this is your plan, that a tabernacle upon us. Its branches leads to different parts of the nook and corner of the world to make a good world, a clean world without impurities. So we surrender ourselves to you. Father, we surrender again and again, we calling your guidance and presence with all our work. We wish that we will continue. If you are helping us, we will continue this for the end of the world. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Hibbert. And it is the time for discussion. As you know that today we are discussing one of the best subjects of the season, that is homeopathy for diseases of human and animals and plants. And we have 3 panelists in our list, Dr. Nikunj M. Trivedi, Chief Consultant, RT Clinic UK, Dr. Girish Gupta, MD, PhD, Chief Consultant, Garant Clinic and Center for Homeopathic Research, Lucknow, and Dr. Shaji Kudiat from Philippines is the Vice President of IFPH. And so let us begin the session. I invite Dr. Girish Gupta to begin the session. As to also, sir, I request you to inaugurate the session, sir. First you inaugurate, sir, then you can begin the session, sir.
Okay, Dr. Dhanesh, thank you very much. First of all, let me extend my best wishes for the successful conduction of more than 1,000 of webinars series, and for this your efforts and your team's efforts are laudable. So as I'm Dr. Girish Gupta from Lucknow, and this is my great pleasure and privilege to inaugurate this very, very unique and important session as the role of homeopathy in human, plant, and animal diseases. So I feel pleasure in inaugurating this, and you can please go ahead with the session. So, well.
Yes, sir, you can look at it.
Yeah. Well, I first of all welcome all the dignitaries who are participating in this very, very unique and important session of the beat session as the role of homeopathy in plant and animals. We have discussed a lot of things about human diseases, But this is a special session conducted, dedicated on the homeopathy in plant and animal diseases. So I'm just beginning with this session, and this session is based on my book, that is Experimental Homeopathy. This is the book which perhaps I sent it to Dr. Sani sir. This is a unique book based on my laboratory research work in the field of plant and animal viruses and fungal infections that has been conducted in various national institutes of the country. This is our center. I have shown many times. This is a Gaurang Clinic and Center for Homeopathic Research. This is the center of its kind in a private sector, which is the outcome of my 40 years of dedication to bring homeopathy in mainstream of science. So all these experimental research work that I have done have been compiled in this book. That includes plant and animal viruses first, then pathogenic fungi of plant and animals. This is the table of content. I'll be discussing about experimental research work done in the field of plant and animal diseases. It contains 3 sections, one on virology, second on mycology, and third in general. There are various review papers. If you look, I started this journey in 1980, in which I conducted some experiments on tobacco mosaic virus that we published in 1980, followed by other research works that I'll be presenting in this. So this is just a table of content of this book. Next, please. So let us talk about virology. What are the viral infections that homeopathy drugs have given very, very important and very encouraging results? Next, please. So you will be glad to know that I conducted this experiment on the role of homeopathic drugs as inhibitors of tobacco mosaic virus. It affects the plant Nicotiana glutinosa, that is tobacco plant, which I did in collaboration with Dr. B.P. Singh. He was head of Department of Plant Virology in National Botanical Research Institute, and Dr. K.M. Srivastava working in the same lab. At that time, I was just an intern in 1980. What happened? One allopathic doctor from a local medical college wrote a newspaper that homeopathy is a placebo. So this was very, very disgusting for us. So what I thought, in short, that I thought, why not to conduct some experiments on plant viruses or plant diseases in which there is no role of psychology, no nervous system, there is no bias element in the plants. So I contacted these scientists of National Botanical Research Institute, and after a lot of persuasion, I could persuade them to conduct some experiments. And this experiment was conducted in 1980, that was published in Hanneman. Next, please. This is the paper that was published in Hanneman Gleanings, in which lot of medicines like thyroidinum, margan, uranium nitricum, dolichos, sulfur, carcinosin, various drugs gave a very, very fantastic inhibition on tobacco mosaic virus in plants. And this paper, those doctors who are old enough, they must be knowing about this Hanneman Gleanings that was being published from Hanneman Publishing Company, HAPCO of Calcutta. So we published this paper in 1980. That was the first paper of its kind in the world that homeopathic drugs have been conducted, shown effect on inhibitory activity against tobacco mosaic virus. Now coming to the animal viruses. Though encouraged by that research work, I contacted some scientists at Central Drug Research Institute This is the CSIR lab. Oh, Dr. Makkad is seen. Hello, Dr. Makkad. So this was the first experiment that I did in the Department of Virology at Central Drug Research Institute. Dr. L.M. Singh was my guide. He was a veterinary doctor converted to virology. And you'll be glad to know that I got this research work funded by Central Council for Research in Homeopathy in 1982. And I was very lucky enough to conduct these experiments at international laboratory, that is Central Drug Research Institute. This was done on chicken embryo virus. This is just a screen. On your screen, you will see antiviral screening of homeopathic drugs against animal viruses. Next, please. You see, we conducted experiments on chicken embryo virus. It causes laryngotracheitis in chicks, and it causes heavy mortality and morbidity in chickens. So in the first plate, you will see this is the chorioelenteric membrane of chicken embryo, which is heavily infected with the virus. These green color lesions are due to viral infection, and on treatment with homeopathic drugs in various potencies, you will see there is 100% inhibition on your right side in chorioelenteric membrane. This was the first experiment of its kind, which showed in vitro activity of homeopathic drugs against viral infection. Next, please. You will see with the green, this is a pathological membrane infected with chicken embryo virus. On the right side, you will see treated one with homeopathic drugs. It has caused 100% inhibition. So, as I told you, this was the first of its kind, and Eupatorium, Paratridinum, Agaricus, Syphilinum, Thuja in various potencies, like 30 to 101 M. They gave quite good amount of inhibition, right, ranging from 50% to 75%. Next, please. These are the results that Paratridinum, Agaricus, Eupatorium, they gave 100% inhibition. So I'm not going into detail because the papers are already published, and those who are interested may ask for me for the detailed papers. Next, please. This was again a study, so same study was continued, which was published in British Homeopathic Journal in July issue of 1985, British Homeopathy Journal. They published, and they have written in the footnote that this is a study first of its kind in the world, that any homeopathic drug that has shown inhibition on effect of homeopathic drugs in chorioelenteric membrane in vitro. Dr. L.M. Singh, Professor L.M. Singh was BBSc, MS and PhD. He was basically veterinary surgeon converted to virology. And I was senior research fellow in that. So I was very, very fortunate to present this work in the International Congress of Liga held in France. And the same paper was published in July issue 1985 in the journal, British Homeopathy Journal. You will see on the right side various drugs like medorinum, typhoidinum, hydrocobinum, anthrax, tuberculinum, nux vomica, melandrinum, aconite, napellus. These gave quite good amount of inhibition on chicken embryo virus. Now coming to mycology about fungal infections of plants. Next, please. This is the excerpt from my book, as I shown you. Effect of homeopathic drugs on the growth of Alternaria tenuis and Carbonaria lunata. These are both leaf spot pathogen of ornamental and cultivated plants. So this was the second experiment done in India, anywhere in India, on the role of homeopathic drugs against plant fungus, that is infecting ornamental and cultivated plant. So Dr. B. Sundara Singh was the main researcher. He was from Kerala and working as a research officer in the Department of Plant Pathology, National Botanical Research Institute. And I was doing, I was in National Homeopathic Medical College. So this was a first paper of its kind on effect of homeopathic drugs against fungal infections of plants. Next, please. You will see various medicines like basilinum in 30 to 101 m, phagopyrum, lycopodium, astilago, petroleum, tellurium, sepia, sulfur, sulfur iodide, mesothelium. These were various medicines used in 30 to 101 m potency, which gave excellent inhibition in vitro. That I'll be showing you the culture plate. Culture plate number 1 shows heavy infection of Carvularia lunata. This is a fungal infection of plants. And the plate 1 has been treated with the basilinum 30, second one treated by phagopyrum 200, third by petroleum 6, and fourth by sepia 30. You will be glad to know that in vitro, our drugs in potentized form have given 100% inhibition of this. So many people ask, if there is no body, there is no system, so how your drugs are working? So what happens? Vital force is a universal phenomena. Every fungus also has got its own vital force. So our drugs are being dynamic in nature. They have been able to inhibit the growth of this fungus in vitro. So that was quite an excellent experimental evidence that our drugs could inhibit the growth of fungus, that these are infecting the plants. Next. This paper was again published in 1981 in Hahnemannian Clinics. So that was the only journal at that time that was being published from Indian soil. And I was lucky enough to publish this work. Now coming to role of homeopathic drugs against animal diseases. So since Dr. Makkad is there, so I didn't know he'll be attending. So this is the book he has written, Dr. Makkad. He is a renowned veterinary surgeon, qualified veterinary surgeon, BVSc, MVSc, and have got a lot of interest in homeopathy. So this was, to my knowledge, the first book in my knowledge, Practical Handbook of Veterinary Homeopathy. That book is in my hands. So those who are interested may contact Dr. Makkad directly, and he's already there. So if you want to put some question, he'll be, I think, available for the answer. So it contains short information about the diseases and indication of homeopathic drugs in veterinary science. Now it includes various diseases like anthrax, amoebiasis, actinomycosis, agalactia, avian tuberculosis, coccidosis, cowpox, distemper, dysentery, foot and mouth disease, galactoria, mastitis, parvo, skin diseases, kidney stones, uterine fibroid and prolapse, pox disease, worms. So like this, he has dealt with about more than 400 diseases of animals. So this is the most authentic book in my hand, and gifted to me by Dr. Makkad. And he has done commendable work. So I have got a lot of appreciation for this. So I wanted to share, because I am not expert in this field. So I just wanted to share with you experimental aspect of my research work in the field of plant and animal diseases. But this is a clinical book. This is a clinical book. Anybody can ask from Dr. Makkad and have a copy of this to know about role of homeopathy in veterinary diseases. Next, please. So coming to conclusion, because there are two more speakers, the inhibitory action of homeopathic medicine in experimental models proves beyond doubt that they are effective in vitro in fungal infection of plant and animals. And these experiments have been conducted in various laboratories by different scientists at different periods of time. That is, I did work in National Botanical Research Institute and Central Drug Research Institute. Both are CSIR labs, which, they are the best, excellent research laboratories, not only in India, Asia, but in the world. So on the basis of my work, I have compiled 16 research papers on the role of homeopathy in plant and animal viruses and fungal infections, that is available and published in this book, Experimental Homeopathy. This is the first book of its kind in the world, because no homeopathic doctor has published experimental laboratory research work in this field in any format. So those who are interested may either ask me or they may visit Amazon to get this. This is an excellent book which can be shown to any scientist who is a non-believer or who wants to work in the field of homeopathy. This is going to the best experimental book, that is a reference book for a scientist as well as professors and teaching staff of various homeopathic medical colleges. So with these words, I'm concluding and giving way to my colleague speakers, to more speakers, and I appreciate and laud the efforts of the entire team, especially Dr. Sahni and Dr. Dhanesh, to have given me an opportunity again and again to present my little bit of work, whatever I could do. And since Dr. Makkad is also joining, so if time permits, you may ask him to throw some light on effect of homeopathic drugs in animal diseases. So thank you very, very much. Lot of thanks to all of you organizers and my colleagues. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you, Girish Gupta sir, for such a wonderful presentation in this evening, and we really enjoyed the presentation. Now I invite Dr. Nikunj M. Trivedi sir for the presentation. And as you all know, that sir is a chief consultant of RT Clinic UK and is now at home in India. So we are very happy to invite Nikunj Trivedi sir to present the session. Welcome, sir.
Sir, please close.
I have made you co-host, sir. You can unmute, sir. Your co-host.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Yes, first of all, I am on holidays in India. So I don't have any much preparation with me to show my experimental work in infertility. So in terms of the effect of homeopathic medicine on humans, we have seen the lots and lots of results that how this medicine is working. But in terms of beginning of the life begins with the sperm and with the ovum. My basic work is with the infertility. And with my research work, I potentized L-arginine. L-arginine is a type of essential amino acid. And when it has been administered in a 3x potency to the patient having a azoospermia or oligospermia or oligoasthenospermia, it improves the nitrous oxide concentration, which helps to promote the formation of the sperm in a Sertoli Salop test. This has been proved under the electron microscope. But as I told you that as I'm on holiday and I don't have any documents with me, and just I'm doing first time in my life this presentation on my iPhone. So I'm very, very sorry for that. Otherwise, I would have given you a fabulous and fantastic documentation, which you'll be really enjoyed it. So now coming to the effect of homeopathic medicine on humans and how it works, that has been documented. If you remember, the Hanuman has proved the cinchona. And from there, the homeopathy has started because Syncona has created a sort of symptoms of intermittent fever. The same Syncona, the same quinine, the same Syncona bark has been taken in a form of powder. It has been fed to the chickens, and the chickens has shown the significant amount of fertility. And this has been published in a pub medicine. So the imagination, the experiment, and the implementation of Hahnemann was not wrong. He had a foresight. And if we consider the Hahnemann's work, I must say that he was a very good observer. Recently, Dr. Gupta has mentioned about a lot of experiments which has helped in a plants, on virus, and how it has showed the impact of the creative effect on it. The same way, the Hahnemann's observation, if we read in repertory that the discharge, in a chapter of discharge, yellow, that shows the trichomoniasis. Milky discharge, white discharge, it shows the candidiasis, Candida albicans. So all these pathogens has been eliminated, has been removed with the help of medicine. And the same thing as we have been observing in a borax, the leukorrhea running down to the thighs, milky white discharge. So considering that Candida albicans or moniliasis, if you administer borax, it is just been cured. So this is a simple thing that Hahnemann has put in his observation, and the effect we are right now, we are experiencing with our clinical knowledge. The same way the effect of L-arginine, we have completely proved in more than 200 patients that after giving L-arginine in a potentized form of 3x, the azoospermic patient becomes a sperm producer, the oligospermic patient having a good amount of sperm production, and the asthenia. Asthenia means movement. Asthenic, oligosthenia means sperm doesn't have enough amount of strength to move further. So that is also helping to improve the motility. And according to the criteria of WHO, World Health Organization, 20 million sperm should be minimum, and the motility should be more than 50%. So considering this thing, in my practice, I started using this potentized form of L-arginine. And if you also L-arginine, it will create a sort of good effect on the human sperm. So this is the simplest and smallest thing I want to share over here, because I don't have much. After 20 days, again I will come to this platform and I will show you very important, very interesting, and documented proof and cases of my patients. Thanks a lot for inviting me. And now I'm passing over to Dr. Thank you very much.
I think there is some network problem with Nikunj sir. So
Okay.
thank you very much, sir, for your uh, very short, even though very short, you talk about the infertility subject, but since the subject is a different one, since you are here, you are not able to present in that way. Anyway, we can present a beautiful session in a single day presentation in the future. Thank you for joining this session also. Thank you. Now it's up to our Vice President, Dr. Shaji Kudiat, to talk on the subject. We welcome, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Danesh. My respected friends, Dr. Girish Gupta ji and Dr. Nigunj Trivedi ji, and also Dr. Surjit Singh Makar ji, and all others who are joined us from different parts of the world. First of all, I congratulate all those who are involved and joined in the huge effort of 1,500 days of historically important and gigantic effort made first time in the history of medicine or in the history of homeopathy to promote homeopathy internationally through these uninterrupted daily webinar sessions, which is a huge effort. I think we all must understand and appreciate this. This never happened in the history of medicine, and it is going to play very crucial, important role in establishing homeopathy, as we will see in our lifetime in future. Because of these efforts in various parts of the world, many homeopathy doctors, including closed homeopathic pharmacies, were able to get inspired and start and reopen. And now many parts of the world, they are also organizing webinars like these, either in an interrupted manner or an occasional manner, so that the homeopathy will be promoted. Coming back to the subject of today, the scope of homeopathy in the treatment of human, animal, and plant diseases. We are living in a world where the World Health Organization that is taking everything in its own hands to promote the interest of few industrialists or gigantic companies who are creating a scenario by which the chemical medicine become the norm of the world. So they are creating a slogan, one world, one health, with the perception that the chemical medicine should be the medicine for everything, all life situations in the world. That is the time IFPH, International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy, is coming with another similar slogan that one world, one will, one health, win with homeopathy. That is a slogan also given to us by the late former patron of IOPH, Dr. Latif sir. So he was working in plant effectiveness of homeopathy in plants, where he come out with a very interesting and very effective combination of medicines in his agrocare. That is very popular in Kerala and getting popularity around the world. So my point here is one world, one health, win with homeopathy. That is going to be the future of the world, because it is very effective. Wherever the life force principle or vital force exists, homeopathic medicine will be able to manifest its effectiveness and curative abilities. And that is without producing any side effects and optimizing the curative and vital force energy to its fullest potential and purity. And that is the one going to play crucial in the future of medical science. So the introduction of dynamic science, which explains how the mind, vital force, and DNA are interconnected. That is my contribution to science in general and medical science in particular, is also going to establish a scientific basis for such a transformation. So anywhere where vital force exists, homeopathic medicine can be applied and used to beneficial. So the coming era, we are going to see the transformation of chemical medicines into dynamic medicines. And that is where our role comes. So it is already time for us to come forward and establish homeopathy everywhere, every nook and corner of the world, in a institutionally qualified and competent and credible manner, so that people and living organisms across the world will be able to utilize the beneficial effect of homeopathy. I am making my speech shorter so that our friend Makarji is there. So he will be able to give his insights also into the subject as Dr. Girish Gupta ji suggested. So I also request moderator Dr. Danesh to give a few minutes so that our dear friend Makarji can also give insight to our add flavor to our today's session. So with this, I wind up my words. I thank you all for joining this huge occasion of 1,500 days of celebrations. In future also, we expect a huge support from homeopathy doctors around the world. We are turning out to be a most passionate homeopathy, a cream of homeopathy doctors and supporters around the world. So please let us all work together so that this genuine science will become the mainstream medicine in the near future for the benefit of all living organisms, including homeopathy. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Shaji Guriyat, for such a short, even though such a short session, it's very interesting and very good one. And as you all know that Dr. Sujit Singh Makhar is here, but Doctor will be speaking a special session on the 7th itself, so we can have double session from him. So we are very delighted to have such a nice person talking here. As we proudly welcome you back to the session, sir. Welcome.
Thank you, sir. So, dear friends, thank you, Dr. Pudiyat and Dr. Desh and all my, especially Dr. Gupta. I'm audible now?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So nowadays, sir, I'm pursuing one course at IISc Bangalore, that is Advanced Certificate in Artificial Intelligence in Digital Health and Imaging. So there I'm looking into the perspective of homeopathy in applying this artificial intelligence. Okay. So more or less, we have a very less data available, especially in homeopathy. Okay. So reason they have given the professors of the IIS, that's Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, that is Primary Institute of India. They are giving the reason that we should have to create some data, and that how the data is created only by publishing papers in national and international journals. There is no other way to have the data, especially in homeopathy. Otherwise, we are curing the cases, we are doing everything, but we are not putting our work into publishing houses. So we have to publish our work. Whatever we are doing, we have to publish in national and international journals. So that becomes a data. And in the coming time, it is the only data which is available to the world. Okay, nobody will ask who has cured this thing, who has done this thing. Only data will be available. So in order to have this thing, we are in veterinary science. We are also going forward in so many ways, because this is a very good area to work in animals, to have a work in research. Because in animals, there is no placebo effect. Whatever they are, they behave always naturally, and they give these symptoms very clearly. Suppose I have treated so many cases of this. Suppose I have treated last is a case of parrot. which is having this indigestion, and it is vomiting, and at the same time it is having a diarrhea. I will also tell you this case again. So whenever we come to the mental symptoms, so how we collect the mental symptoms before falling ill, that parrot was living outside the case. It has no problem. It was very well outside the case. It was happy and everything is there. But once it fall ill, it starts remaining in the case. Okay, because it is being afraid of. So we have tried those symptoms of the parrot. We have applied mental symptoms, and we have at the same time we have the symptom of diarrhea, and we have the symptom of this you can say vomiting and everything. So that symptoms becomes familiar similar with arsenic alum, and we have given arsenic alum. The parrot becomes very okay. So this is how homeopathy works wonders, especially in animals, because our animals, they behave 100% naturally. They have no artificiality in them. Whatever they are, if they are if they want to roll down, they will roll down. Suppose in a horse, if it is rolling down on the right side, the medicine is separate. If it is rolling down on the left side, medicine is separate. Likewise, we have some this reproductive system. So whenever there is a problem on the left side of the ovary, the medicine is laxis. Whenever there is a problem on the, whether it is a little cyst, whether it is a simple cyst, whether it is a hard cyst, the problem on the right side, it covers by only apis. So this is how homeopathy works wonders in animals. But provided we should know how to take the case. Our animals can't speak, but they exhibit every and each symptom. There, it is very easy to follow them by observations, and observation is the only key in taking the case of animals. So thank you, dear friends. You have given me this platform to speak. My seniors are there, all people are there. So thank you so much, dear friends.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Sujit Singh. Yes, we need the research work and publishing all those work to the public, not only in public, but all the medias also know what is happening with homeopathy. So that's the purpose of International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy. To celebrate the 1,500 day in this way is a great tribute to homeopathy itself, because a subject which nobody know that homeopathy is doing wonderful result in giving wonderful result in veterinary field has came out to the light. And this is the time to show the world once again that homeopathy can do wonders with this treatment of veterinary field. Anyway, the research work by Dr. Girish Gupta sir is going on, and Dr. Sujit Makar is going on, and there will be some presentation next week days. Tomorrow we will have a session from Bolivian team. There are many veterinarians in those areas, and they will be presenting papers here. And on the very Sunday we have a presentation from Dr. K. Mustafa. You all know that he is one of the legend in homeopathic veterinary science in Kerala, not only maybe in India too. Anyway, that is what we would like to say at this juncture. And those who want to participate in the discussion may please raise your hand so that you can also add something more to this session. And I would like to add one point here, that in Kerala, the agriculture university in Manuti is giving training for veterinary surgeons for 6 months, and it is a certified course under government of Kerala. And the education or teaching is done by the Department of Homeopathy Doctors. That's what happening in Kerala. What is the position in other part of the India?
So in Punjab, sir, also we have a veterinary and animal science university, Ludhiana. That is one of the best universities in India. That is also imparting postgraduate certificate course in veterinary homeopathy, only for veterinary graduates. And we have the international faculty of veterinarians who are making us study, like Dr. Sidley, she's from Brazil, and Dr. Panu from Turkey, and there is Dr. Mizam, she's from Slovenia. So we have international faculty of that. They are IAVH, that is International Association of Veterinary Homeopathy Certified people. So thank you, sir.
Yes, that's a very good answer. I now invite Dr. Naresh to unmute yourself and you can speak. You have, please unmute yourself. I've seen you have raised. If you please unmute, you can unmute now. You can start your video also. Dr. Naresh Kumar, by accident or do you want to speak? Please unmute if you want to speak. Otherwise, I am going to Dr. Manoj. Yes, Dr. Manoj.
No response, maybe it was accidental. Anyway, the nature of vital force is same. There is no difference between whether it is an animal or human being or a plant. The Indian philosophy says so. There is no difference between. It goes on the process. Then again, the administration of medicine is very simple. Then no side effects. The results are good. Then it is cost effective. Also well-proved medicine, and also the subjective symptoms more than rather than the objective symptoms is very much there. So that the mental symptoms are there, we understand it. Then another one is the cause, ailments from. That's a major stronghold of homeopathy. It is always there. How does what happened? What caused disease? There is no difference in whether it is animal or human being. So in all these ways, moreover, this homeopathy medicine available anywhere. The administration is very easy. The different potencies are there. The material is there. All are very solid one. No banning of medicine. Moreover, the safe food, the milk or milk products or all other things becomes very safe. Without the use of the antibiotic, we can treat. That's the most important thing. And the coming years, it will be a homeopathy revolution in the veterinary field as well as agricultural field. Anyway, congratulations on dear respected doctors. Thank you.
Yes, now Dr. Hibbert.
Because we are all joining together from different parts of the world and showing our experiences with this world. Now, I think that 1000 and in the beginning time, we don't know everything about this. Veterinaries, doctors are using these medicines and for agricultural purposes. Another one we heard from Dr. On this hair root treatment. That is a great thing, but I don't know how it can be explained. Everything is great. Whatever we are, all these doctors are saying about their experiences, and we are day to day our experiences, we cannot explain it everything. Because how I wonder how Dr. Samuel Hahnemann developed the theory of potentization. Potentization theory. That is that should be the scientific world should study it. Till now, they cannot explain it. They are saying that the pseudoscience, how they can say all these are revealed. Every experience, day to day, we can see everything. What are the changes happening? I wonder, once one person took ganja. He was laughing and exploding. That time I put one drop of Nexomica to his tongue. Immediately it went. He stopped laughing and he came. After that, I asked him, how did you feel? He told me that the laughing, reducing. That time, before that, I can see that every person jumping with one eye. That is why he was laughing. With one eye, they are like a spring. They are coming, coming, coming. But immediately put that medicine on the tongue. That time, that gone. That has gone. And another, my experience is that
Yes, doctor, you're muted. Your
And
phone has.
your voice is
Yes,
gone.
yes, his voice is gone. Now I invite Dr. Rambaresa to say a few words.
Thank you, Dr. Dhanesh ji. Inware, congratulations, Dr. Saji Kodia ji and Dr. Grish Gupta ji and Dr. Nitin Kun ji. बहुत very very thanks. Role of homeopathic medicine, plant, human, and animal. Really, best role of plant and human animal homeopathic medicine. According to objective symptom seen the animal and plant and according to miasmatic role of homeopathic medicine, plant and animal homeopathic. So very, very thanks to Dr. Sir. Thank you.
Now I invite Dr. Mariam Salceda to say a few words. Dr. Mariam? Oh, she's not here. If anyone want to say anything more, you can unmute yourself.
So Ganesh, Dr. Javed Akhtar is there.
Yes, oh, I didn't see. Sir, Javed Akhtar, sir, please unmute.
Can I speak at
Yeah.
a minute?
Yeah, please.
Well, now the bottom line of all this webinar is that we must document cases treated by homeopathy, whether it is plant, animal, or human being, and then publish. Collect the data and publish in the journal. Only then it can come in the limelight of science, and it can be incorporated in the current field of knowledge. As I said, Dr. Makkar said that this is now the century of artificial intelligence. We only require data of the work done by anybody in any science. Unless we develop a data base based on our clinical or experimental research work with potentized homeopathic medicine, it is not going to convey the scientists and to the scientific world that homeopathic drugs are working. So we have to have evidence-based medicine in homeopathy, whether we are treating plant, animals, or human beings. So the request with folded hand is to all my colleagues is to please document the cases, collect the data, then do data analysis and make a research paper and publish in any journal of the world, whether it is veterinary, plant, or homeopathic journal, whether it is a normal journal or a peer-reviewed journal. But it must come in the limelight through journals and by publishing the papers. So what I mean to say that this century is not going to believe, people are not going to believe in this century about the anecdotal treatment we are doing in the clinics. We have to have documented evidence, data, then data analysis and publication in the journal. So with these words, the bottom line of what I want to convey to all my colleagues is to please collect the data on the basis of your experiments or clinical practice and publish in the journal. Thank you very, very much.
Yes, sir, definitely that should be the plan for promoting homeopathy and reaching homeopathy to everywhere. We are, as the International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy, will try to do things in that way, sir.
Yeah.
Now I invite Dr. Nikunj sir to say a few words before the closure.
Dr. Marian is there, Dr. Ganesh.
Yes, sir.
There is no word to say anything about the IFPH. There is no word. It's a Himalayan task which has been, I am observing, I am witnessing, the whole world is witnessing since the time of COVID. And all the homeopaths, we have done the amazing work, and we have really created a great awareness about homeopathy all over the world. I was always telling in my webinar that the day will come, we will take a place in a Guinness Book of the World, and the days are not that far that we have secured that place. And from every part of the world, the homeopath has coming forward. They want to share their thoughts, they want to share their researches, they want to share their views in a form of their understanding. And the IFPH has given that platform to everyone. And for that, there is no word for the appreciation to the IFPH. Dr. Shaji Kudia, Dr. Dhanesh, Dr. Manoj, everyone, they are working untirelessly. Every day, without any interruptions, they are giving a treasure of knowledge to share with us. And I'm really highly thankful to all of the team of IFPH. Sincere thanks from my side, and really I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite
you.
Dr. Marvin shall share that.
Thanks, Dr. Ganesh. Good evening to all. Sorry, today is not available my video camera. So I really, I unite my words to the previous doctor, to the colleague, because there is no words to bring that thanks to all IFPH meeting. Today we have a great session that, and it's very important to keep the awareness on that important points that was touched by Dr. Shaji Kudiat, that we have a very important vital force, and we are not a material body. We have an energy and divine energy within us. So we have to keep the purity in the mind, in the heart, and in the soul. And there is a very important pillar and our homeopathic remedies, our homeopathic science, to keep that purity and to guarantee the well human being. So thank you very much to all the speakers. We're very inspiring, all the conferences today, as always. And a very special thanks to all IFPH team meeting, Dr. Shaji Kuriat, our Vice President, Dr. Danesh, Dr. Manoj, that they are working every day and inspiring a lot of people. So tomorrow we will enjoy different conferences from South and Central America, speaking about how is homeopathy in Venezuela, in Costa Rica. We will have medical colleagues and veterinarian also who are working with Sylvester species in veterinary. So we invite you all to join us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Maria Cheseda. And now I invite Dr. Hariharan sir to say a few words as well as vote of thanks to the session.
Okay, really, I am sorry. I am not completely heard the class, but from last part, I understood that the action of at plants, homeopathic medicine on plants and animals, and really today I contacted Mr. Asad Cherian from Trichur. Why it is so? Because he prepared a homeopathic medicine which can use for these plants, and I used that preparation, and wonderfully it is affected. in my vegetable. Even these hard insects, I mean in Malayalam chelli, even that also repelled by using this medicine. One Asad Cherian, he is about, I think, about 80 years. And today we talked about half an hour. And I told him that, see, I am ready to cooperate with you for your experiments. And really, I fully wondered how it happens. But like he wondered how it happens. I said to him that there is no wondering, because homeopathic medicine is acting well. All the organisms, including plants, and they have the capacity to annihilate diseases. So he consented and told me that you please cooperate with me and we can prepare a lot of medicine for that. He sent and he promised to send another material.
Sir, time is short, sir.
Okay, I am concluding. Thank you very much.
Sir, Dr. Pandit.
Onward to all. We have 5,300 subscribers for the YouTube. Please add 10 persons to you, then it will be 50,000. So please add more people to our YouTube channel. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Girish Gupta sir, Dr. Nikunj Trivedi sir, and Dr. Shaji Kudiyat, and those who will, Dr. Sujit Singh Makar, Dr. Sahani sir, and those who attended the session from different parts of the world for this wonderful evening of celebration of IFPH 1500 day. Thank you all for this evening, and tomorrow we will have a session from North American countries, that is from Venezuela, we have Dr. Camilo Reynoso, and from Argentina, Dr. Laura Simen, and from Costa Rica, Dr. Varano Pasco, from Bolivia, Dr. Marian Salcedo. This is the schedule for tomorrow. With that, we come to the end of the day, 1495. Thank you all. Good night.